Have you ever needed a dispenser that spawns custom mobs with custom potion effects or the ability to pick up loot? Have you ever needed a dispenser that spawns mobs right the place you want them to and that aren't in the way if you want to wire around it? Well, you probably haven't, but I have, and so may have others. So I will make a quick tutorial on how to do custom dispenser-like spawners. So if we push the button here, the zombie will appear and it has the ability to pick up loot. You can get that from zombies from dispensers too, but only with a small chance, small percentage. So all of these I spawn here will pick up loot. I will give this one a redstone wire. So basically you may ask, why would I need this? So the first reason I already named before, it is to have custom mobs, which you can't have from simply spawner eggs. And that's the main reason too. But there are more reasons to that. And the second reason is to have space. Like if I would have to spawn a mob on here with a dispenser, I would have it around or wall beneath it, or not beneath, besides it, and or the dispenser would have to be way up, and I would have to use vines to not have the zombie die from falling, because I wouldn't be able to give him a jump potion, or I would be able to, but that would cost time and space and so on. We could take that on for a while. So the second thing is it's more space efficient. So you might say a dispenser is smaller than that, but actually you can place that where you want. It could be anywhere in the map. It could be 200 blocks away. It would still work. Maybe just 200 because the chunks have to be loaded. And it's more time efficient. Why time efficient? Because I can place it way over the map, and it would be still faster if, as if we had a dispenser that has to be wired up, and the zombie falling and has to be stopped by vines, or I have to throw potions on it. So basically this allows us to spawn zombies on place. I can place the dispenser spawner where I want it to be. It works in 99% of the time. Yeah, and it's quite fast. It's not instant, but yeah, the advantages are more than enough. So I will show you how to build that thing. It's quite simple, and I will show you that on another example and explain how it works. Ta-da! This is a custom zombie pigman spawner, and as you can see, it spawns quite rapidly, jumping up zombie pigmans. So I will set my game to peaceful to this, to not lag out my PC. And as I said, we need custom spawner for this. The main thing is about that are 3 to 4 things. And the first thing is the area has to be set to 1 in which the spawner can spawn actually. So this is the radius in which the spawner can spawn if we set the radius to 1. The spawner itself is located on the higher that and x coordinate, and we have to match the spawning criteria of the mobs we want to spawn. So actually the space, the blocks in which this spawner could spawn now are those blocks. The 4 here and the 3 down here, so 7 blocks. But zombie pigmen are 2 blocks high, so they need the space up here. If he blocks this space, the spawner won't be able to spawn any mobs. And that's what we use. We block the space up and down and open it only for a short time, opening all 7 blocks at once to allow 1 zombie pigman spawn over there. I will show you which tags I use for that, which NBT tags with the in-game NBT edit mod. I will put a link to that mod in the description. And yeah, so we are now in the interface of the in-game NBT edit mod. Have this neat little interface here, and I won't give a tutorial on NBT edit now, because you can do that with an MC edit filter or a custom spawner tool or an outgame NBT edit tool too, and this is quite complex, but I will explain to you how which tags we need. So the most important tags are the player range. This is range in which the spawner detects the players. The chunk with the spawner has to be loaded too. So I set it to 100. If we are 100 blocks away, this spawner will work. We need the spawn count, 1, to not have too many pig zombies spawn, unless you want that. We need the spawn rate, 1. This is the area here. I set the entities that can be nearby high, because I want to have the spawner working even in a place full of entities. And the minimum and maximum spawn delays. So we don't want to have a slow spawner, but a very quick spawner with a set delay. So for this are Gameticks. 1 redstone ticks are 2 Gameticks, so this would be 2 redstone ticks each. Another important thing is the position where we want to have the mobs spawned. That is the position, the red block over there. That are just the coordinates. To have the zombie pigman jump up, I have added a motion here, and they can pick up loot. Okay, so next we want to build the mechanic we have here to block all the space. Oh, we can make it more compact here. To make this contraption. This is actually blocked off because zombies can't spawn in daylight. So you will have to change the blocks to any kind you need to fit the spawning mobs. So for a pig it would have to be grass. So zombie pigmen don't need this, and they only need a certain light level, but if we have the blocks over here it will work too. But we will have to build a small wall around it too, because we have glowstone wiring. Of course you can build that without glowstone, but that would be bigger. So basically what we want to do is we want to block this the spawning area, like I said, and we'll do that with placing pistons here and above 2. That will be extended by default, and only if we need them to retract to give the area to spawn, we'll do so, and we'll build walls around it and place a block here to have no light passing in, because it's a transparent block. So like that. Walls around here too. here, just to make an example for hostile mob spawner. And next, oh, actually, I placed the spawner wrong. Good example, wrong X and Z coordinate. I will fix that quick and do it like that, so you can see that the spawner is located on the higher X and Z coordinates. Sorry for my mistake. I will, yeah, as you can see, I fixed it. Sorry for my mistake. In the rush, I built the spawner in the wrong corner. Now it's on the higher X and Z coordinate. That has to be right, because otherwise our spawning area would be forced. So I will seal that off, and yeah, start wiring. So this part down here is the pulse lengthener, or actually shortener. So this will give us a pulse that is only off for 2 ticks. So the sticky pistons will retract for 2 ticks and then will extend again. So exactly like that. And now we will wire the upper pistons too. Oh damn, it's clicking all the time. And actually, it doesn't matter which way around. The signal is long enough. So, like that. Yeah, like you see, I have some extra blocks here we don't need. Basically, we can now just put the redstone wire wherever we want. And oops, if we give it a pulse, doesn't matter if we do it with a button or a torch, it should spawn zombie pigment. So I actually forgot to set it back to too easy, sorry. So if you give it a pulse now, it will spawn 1 zombie pigman jumping up and taking up our redstone. Yay! So I hope that helps you in custom map making or PvP maps, like I'm building right now. Really revealing at that point. I'm making a LOL or Dota styled map that will be released soon, and I will put up a preview pretty soon, and I hope you liked it. And yeah, let me know what I should change and what you liked. See ya!